What if you were to heal your drive for enmeshment and altogether stop oversharing? Let's define both of them. Enmeshment is when there are diffused boundaries in a family dynamic. Basically, everyone's shit is everyone's shit. There is no differentiation or individuation or healthy boundaries at all. Oversharing is when you tell everyone everything, meaning because you lack healthy boundaries, you just tell everyone everything. So, what's the issue with enmeshment and oversharing? This is something that I've talked about in previous videos, but I'm very passionate about the subject, so let's explore it. The issue with both of these is that if you lack healthy boundaries and you tell somebody something about yourself that is very deep, it's more so a dark secret, and it's something that was maybe traumatizing to you. If that person lacks healthy boundaries, the likelihood that you're going to be the fucking story of the town is going to be very fucking high. So if you were to heal your drive for enmeshment and you're going to see oversharing for what it is and being like, oh, wait a second, wow, I only did that because it was comfortable and familiar to a dysfunctional and toxic childhood where I was unknowingly involved because I was unaware of the system of enmeshment that I was partaking in and all of the boundarylessness and all of the oversharing. Now I see it for what it is. Now I want to seek healthy intimacy. Enmeshment is very much pseudo intimacy. It's not healthy because the only way that you feel safe with a person that you're enmeshed with is if you know absolutely everything that's going on in their psyche. Now imagine that. Imagine being in a relationship with somebody, whether platonic or romantic. Maybe it's family, maybe it's friend, maybe it's girlfriend, but whatever it is, right? Doesn't matter. Imagine being in a relationship with this person, and the only way that you feel safe with them is by knowing everything about them. Now imagine that everything that you end up knowing about them unfolds really fucking fast. Healthy intimacy happens over time. A lot of people don't understand this. And because of that, a lot of people get themselves into relationships, both platonic and romantic, with people where the dynamics unfold really fucking fast. Healthy intimacy does not happen really fucking fast. Enmeshment and feeling safe with people that are unsafe, so therefore it's not even safe, happens really fast. Whenever somebody tells you their entire life story in 5 minutes, that is unhealthy. That is usually going to end up being a dynamic of enmeshment, where everything is about speed. Oh, you're all besties all of a sudden. No, you're not. The likelihood that that person will talk shit about you behind your back is very fucking high. People that lack healthy boundaries gossip. They involve themselves in drama. They talk shit about people that tell them things about themselves. They lack healthy boundaries. And it's likely that if you've lacked healthy boundaries at some point and you've told something to somebody that has lacked healthy boundaries, again, you've become the story of the fucking town. So healing enmeshment is really all about recognizing this urge that you have to overshare. Because oversharing is all about telling people too much. And this is what happens when you've gotten so used to being in that dynamic where you have to know everything about somebody and somebody has to know everything about you. And so therefore you feel obligated to tell them rather than feeling safe with them and them allowing you to feel like you don't have to tell them everything. Some people have a tendency to influence you to make you feel like you have to tell them everything in order to be in a relationship with them. One word: run. No humor involved, genuinely. It's just not a healthy dynamic, and it wouldn't be. So, what do you do then when you stop oversharing? Well, the first and foremost thing that you do is you recognize that there are actually healthy individuals out there that are capable of healthy intimacy, and you don't have to overshare with them, and they don't make you feel obligated through manipulative influence into telling them everything. You ever hear somebody say, "This is your only chance to tell me it. You're never going to be able to tell me again, so you better take advantage of this"? Okay, Bob. I'm going to take advantage of this and leave. Yeah, that's not healthy. That's not safe. That's not fun. The only thing that you're going to know is my. Just kidding. No, really, though. Imagine if you were to stop oversharing. Imagine if you were to unlearn enmeshment and you were to recognize that healthy intimacy actually does take time and it unfolds over time in a very healthy way. And you can actually spot red flags for what they are and be like, whoa, you're going way too fast. Either I'm going to run or you're going to slow down. The likelihood that they're going to slow down is very slim to none. So the likelihood that you're going to want to get on those nice running shoes and get the fuck out of Dodge is very high. Getting past oversharing is challenging because the entire emotional dynamic that comes with this pseudo intimacy that is known as enmeshment is exhilarating. Imagine being seen entirely in a matter of like 5 minutes. Whoa! They know everything about me. Yeah, they do. And guess what? They're going to tell a lot of other people because they lack healthy boundaries. So you don't know that the downfall that's coming is that a lot of people are going to know something or multiple things about you that are very intimate, that are very deep, that are very dark, maybe, in your opinion. We don't want that. No, we most definitely don't want that. So what are we going to do instead? We're going to stop ourselves each time that we want to overshare, each time that we feel the urge to be like, no, me, take all of me. Now, I'm actually going to give you bit by bit, and I'm going to gauge what I can and can't share with you based on the level of health that I am gauging, that I am discerning, right? You don't have to be judgmental about it, just discerning. Nobody's good or bad or right or wrong. People that are enmeshed, people that overshare, they're not good or bad or right or wrong. It's just not a healthy dynamic. Seeing that for what it is the ticket out of this. Seeing all of it for what it is. So we're going to bring it back on ourselves. We're going to ask ourselves how we feel about it, right? That could be the healthier dynamic. Yeah, yeah. Forget about what anybody else thinks about it. You don't need anybody else's acceptance. You don't need anybody else's validation or approval. Your worth, that intrinsic, beautiful self-worth is inside of yourself. How do you feel about it? How did it feel for you to go through the experience? You can gauge other people after that. How did it feel for you? Sit with it for yourself. Don't worry about what other people would think about it. Don't worry about what other people would say about it. How do you feel about it? This is what you experienced. Your experience of whatever it is you experienced is real. Whatever it is that your body is communicating about it is real. How do you feel about it? What do you want to see yourself do with it? Other people come later. And see, the fascinating thing is that a lot of people that overshare, that are involved in dynamics of enmeshment, they probably have an extrinsic, externalized sense of self-worth. Oh, I need to overshare because if I don't, then I won't know if I'm validated and approved of and therefore worthy. So therefore, I need to share it with all these other people. I'm not going to take the time to figure out if they're safe or not. I'm just going to share it with them. That's for people that externalize their self-worth. But when you make your self-worth intrinsic, which what it really is in nature, just unhealthy parents fuck that shit out of their, that sounded weird, unhealthy parents externalize their children's self-worth. They teach them that their sense of self-worth is in somebody else. So therefore, they've got to overshare their shit, their trauma, to be like, hey, this happened in my life. Am I still okay? Am I still good enough? Do you approve of me? Do you validate me? Genuinely, not to make fun of anybody, but this is the reality of it. No, don't worry about whether or not they validate and approve of you. It doesn't matter. What matters is how you feel about it, how you feel about yourself. Sit with that first. There's so much power in that. And it can completely transform not only how you see yourself, but also how you approach everything and everyone moving forward. Take heed, because this is very transformative. When you stop oversharing, you bring it back to yourself and you realize, maybe actually for the first time, your own sense of personal power. I wish that for you.